welcome to Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. And today is Thursday. Okay, today is Thursday, a day to pay day for a lot of us. Today's a day to pay day. Tomorrow's the 30th, last day of the month. Right now, you know the local government elections were held in Lagos quite recently.
Even at that time,
about 2 weeks ago. About a week ago, and we had spoken off air to Tari Taylor, one of the participants in that election. She represented the youth party. And she vied for the position of councillor. And she had a video that I got hands on. You can see it on my Instagram, Jimi Disu. So my Instagram, my handle is Jimi Disu, and she had loads and loads of complaints. Now, let me first of all tell you my bias in this arrangement. My bias simply is that I have this thing about wanting the youth to grow and take over business here. I believe that we old 40-daddies Nigeria's just about had enough of us, and we should make way for the younger ones. So when somebody like Tari, who incidentally I didn't remember, but later got to remember that I had met her at Guiding Light Assembly when I went to do an interview there. When you have somebody of that character and that mold, of that background, wanting to come out as councillor, it's good that we keep an eye on her and hope that she has the resolve to continue to do this. We do need people like that in government. Of course, there were a series of complaints, but we'll listen to Tari's story. Tari is out of the country, so she's on Skype. Tari, can you see me? Or at least can you hear me?
Jimmy.
This is me. I'm the one with the t-shirt.
I can see you.
This is a woman. Tari, how are you?
I'm very well. I'm good.
Well, I know you. Let's get this straight. Can you let our people know who you actually, who you are, a bit of your background, so at least we have a feel of who we are talking to.
Okay. My name is Tari Taylor.
Yeah.
I'm a media professional. I've worked in media for the last 14 years as a producer. I work with a lot of government agencies and in the private sector, as well as in the social development space. I'm passionate about, improving youth welfare. So I'm always involved in one initiative or the other, whether it's in education or it's in, environment. I'm also appalled by the way we have neglected our environment. So I am very active, within Lekki. I'm on the environment committee for Lekki Estate Residents Association, where
That's
we
good.
work tirelessly to clean our environment. We engage the relevant government agencies to make sure they do their job, and just to create a viable public health environment for everyone. I'm also the secretary of my subzone in Lekki,
Wow.
where I represent the interests of my community. And yes, just do everything possible to make sure that the quality of our life is decent.
Well, we have a very active woman here. Was it your association that put you forward as councillor? Or you had always wanted to get involved in governance anyway? Which of the two? Or is it a bit of both?
My association supported me when I said
Yes.
I want to do it. They said, yes, you must do it, because I have already been doing that representation to some degree. So
Yes.
they thought, what? Yeah, why not? We will support you. And they really supported me in going forward. But I've always been passionate about public service, Uncle Jimmy, right from when I was a teenager. And I've always been involved in one initiative or the other as a volunteer, in every capacity to just involve myself. Based on even my work, where you met me with Guiding Light, and we produced the show Heart of the Matter, where we shed the spotlight on the social development space. So over the years, I have a large network of people who are doing incredible things around the continent. So it's always just been my natural instinct to
Okay,
involve.
first of all, I've told our people, I need to get that clear. I've told the people that we're on Skype, you're out of the country. Is it by your own, is it just your holiday time, or is there any circumstances that has forced you I don't want to use the word flee, but that's forced you to leave the country
No,
for a while.
Uncle Jimmy, I can never flee my country. I love my country. That is my home. But after the elections, I just needed to step away for a bit, especially with all the pressures and all the disappointment that happened. So I think I just needed to come away for a bit to just, reset myself, re-strategize, reflect a bit about all that happened, and then I will be back. I can never leave Nigeria.
I'm hearing of the youth party. Pardon me if it appears like that, for the first time, and I'm wondering, were you part of the formation of the party? And if not, why didn't you go in this, streamlined, go into the well-established parties to run?
Well, no, I wasn't part of the formation of the youth party, but when I did get to know of the youth party, I was very impressed by the quality of young people that
Who are those
come
behind the
together.
youth party?
So our national chairman is Tomiwa Aladekomo. We have a board of trustees, which includes a young man called Wale Irokosu. There's Ayo Adio, who is publicity secretary. Really just a bunch of young, brilliant minds who have decided to say, you know what, we're not going to sit back anymore and just allow things go the way it does. So we all bring our strength to the table. People, whether from a legal background, whether from a comms background, whether from a governance background, we all just come together, volunteer our time and resources to make sure that we have a strong, rallying point where we can bring the young people together and encourage as many young people to go into governance.
Is there an age limit to joining the youth party? I'm just wondering.
Absolutely not. If you're a youth at heart, we will welcome you.
No, I have a 66-year-old body, but I have a heart of a 60-year-old, so I'm eligible.
Uncle Jimmy, we would love to induct you into the youth party because we believe that you are a youth as well.
Yeah, I'm a youth. I think youth is a thing of the mind. I identify with the youth. This country was good to me as a youth, and I don't see why it should be any different. And that's why I have that passion. People of my generation, they enjoyed this country tremendously. I went to university. I went to university almost for free. And with honor. We were two in a room. These things sound trivial, but with what you have now, it's very important. When I was in the university, we were two in a room. Later things got a bit. But even the school where I did my A levels, a secondary school, we were two in a room. Comprehensive high school.
Wow.
Yes, we were two. I was in. For those who are old students, I was Lulu Akinwumi. I was in Crimson House. We were two. I shared a room with Dele Oshosonya, who today is a retired medical doctor. I mean, so the country has been good to me. I went to school with ease. School fees then was 9 naira 10 kobo.
Wow.
9 naira 10 kobo. Hostel was 90 naira, which means that for 100 naira you were already there. If you were from the West, there was a bursary of 500. So if you got admission, if all you had to do was read, if you got admission, the university would take you. When your bursary comes, they deduct it from it. The university would even give you meal ticket. I mean, so we went to school with ease, and I don't know what went wrong. I don't know why we can't replicate that now. I mean, so I am, yes, I'm a youth. Unfortunately, I can't join politics directly because it will come in conflict with my job, but my spirit is with your party. My spirit is Nigeria needs a new beginning.
Thank you.
And I don't want you to relent. You are a youth too, Abby. It's not.
I am.
It is not wise to ask a woman how old she is.
Uncle Jimmy, I don't mind. I actually do not mind.
I can't ask. I can't ask. Maybe she can ask, but okay. Let me ask on her behalf so that on record I'm not the one asking. How old are you?
Zainab, I'm 38 years old.
You're 38. You have a long life ahead of you. Now let's get down to business. What was your experience? Let's start from when you decided to go into politics. Do you have any story to tell before the election?
Oh, absolutely. It was the entire journey for me was about 8 weeks in total from when I decided to run up to the elections. And when I decided to run, I thought to myself, you know what? I'm already doing this representation as a private citizen. I go to Alausa quite frequently, along with my other fellow Lekki committee members. We go to engage government agencies, whether it's at the Ministry of Environment or Transport or Physical Planning. So I'm like, if I'm already doing this, as a private citizen, I may be able to make some more impact, with the public office. So, if I could devote the next few years of my life towards serving my constituents, to me, it was a great privilege, And so I started campaigning. I don't know, the Ward A Etiosa, which is where I was vying for councillorship, is from Lekki Phase 1 all the way to Femi Okunu. So we have several communities within there. We have Lekki 1, we have Itedo, we have Ikate Kingdom, we have Igbokoshu, and then some other smaller estates like Prime Water, Victory Park, Femi Okunu and all that. So I really went into the communities. I bonded with my constituents. I got to know them. I got to understand.
What was their response? Didn't some of them think that too? And unfortunately, you have a small frame. I mean, unfortunately, in this instance, didn't they think that who is this young girl that wants to be councillor? Did they ask you for money?
Jimmy, oh yes, they did. And those that did, I was very upfront with them. I said to them, "You've been collecting money all these years. Where has that gotten you?"
Did they relate to what you said?
No, they did not. We were very well received. We were very well received by the communities. And this is also because of the strategy that we employed in our campaign. Because we realized that a lot of people were tired and fed up with politicians coming and making promises and never delivering. So we said, you know what, we're going to take on a different approach. We're going to go into these communities and demonstrate to them what youth leadership looks like, so that they feel our government and they already know what we're going to be serving. So we went into those communities with waste trucks and cleaners and cleaned out those communities. Uncle Jimmy, lots of those places are filthy. The conditions that the people live in are appalling, just such squalor. So we went in, we cleaned out, they joined us, they saw that, these people are not playing. We went in there with solutions, and that endeared us to them, because they were like, they never believed that anybody can even just come here and just serve them like this. And so it got me, into the, I met market women leaders, I met CDA leaders, I met ballers, and they were all very welcoming. But Uncle Jimmy, let me tell you something. They would always say to me, Madam, we like you, we want you to be our counselor, but these people, they will never allow you. These people will never allow you to do it. And I said,
who are these people now?
These people, meaning the ruling party, that's who they're talking about.
The APC.
Yes, the APC. And I said to my people, and I said to them that, look, even though that you said they will never allow me, but does that mean we should sit back and do nothing? Look around you. It's almost as though you have no government. There is just such neglect. There is just such deterioration. This government, if they are even there at all, they seem to have forgotten you. So we need to work together, to get ourselves to where we need to be. And one thing also that I realized is that once people ask me, what party are you running under? And I say the youth party, it's a door opener, because the young people immediately feel as though they belong. They immediately feel as though this is for them. So we got a lot of support. Until today, they still reach out to me and say,
was there any attempt to dissuade you in terms of offerings, money, or violence, or threats, or whatever?
No violence, probably because of our approach. Because, how do you attack somebody who is coming into your community and helping you, to address some of the challenges? So people always welcomed us. However, I did meet on the journey, in my campaign journey, I did meet some of the opposition in terms of APC party members. And they would say to me, we really like what you're doing. That, they were very impressed, and they were very, very surprised at the way we were going at it. And they would say, but one or two of them said to me, you know what, we like what you're doing, but you can never win us here. They told me that.
Would you like to mention their names? Just so we can have a bit of fun with that. but
and I said, yeah.
But so you actually thought, you were so convinced that at least you make an impact.
I did. We made a strong impact. And Uncle Jimmy, I was the only one campaigning. Many times people will ask me, are you running unopposed? Who is your opponent? And I was like, well, ask them. I seem to be the only one that is coming out here. And
maybe once you were campaigning, your opponent at pitch camp where these things happen. But your husband encouraged you, didn't he?
Well, my husband, he's not as enthusiastic about the political space as I am. He feels that it's very corrupt and that, not a lot of impact can be made. But he didn't stop me, because he already knows how involved and passionate I am about governance. So even though he was a bit...
He drop.
Sorry?
He drop.
In kind.
It's a pity. You might say it's easy for me to say this after the fact, but I kind of feel that maybe if I'd known that you were running, even though it's not my area, I'd have loved to join you on that. The next time you want to run for something, let me know. I told you that when it came. Okay, it's 10 to 9:20 rather. I'm jumping ahead of time, and we're going to take a break. It's when we come back that I will now let her give us what happened, give us a story as to what happened on election day. After that, then I'll take your calls, okay? And remember the rules about calling. A quiet place. Don't call in a toilet, please, or any place that has tiles all the way up. You will get an echo, and I will know where you're calling from. We don't want anything like that. Okay, so go stay in a quiet place, and then when you do call, let's all mind that. We have to keep saying these things. This public participation in programs and things like this is not a matter of life and death. Don't kill yourself over these things. Okay? Let's just sit back, educate ourselves, and have fun. So we'll take a break. My madam, good morning, ma. Morning, ma. Madam,
Fact remains that the common man on the streets needs to have a better deal. And this president promised, this is not a better deal. No, this is not a better deal.
Get informed on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's okay. That is okay. It's okay. Let me explain. No, it's okay. Let me explain. It's okay. She. Off your mic.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info, your mic is always on. Let's talk.
We talk.
Real State Police Command has paraded 21 suspected IPOB members accused of burning 3 police stations and killing 3 officers.
And I didn't want him to cut me off suddenly. So we're still going to take another break. So don't think there's anything wrong. I was the one who was ahead of time. Well, let me use this to let you know that the number you will call is 0700 993 993 993. And the female number is 01485. I need a new pair of glasses. 48, is that 5 or 6?
No, 465.
465 7190. I need to see my optician. Okay, let me take just one call. And then we'll take a break. Okay? Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello? Oh, we lost that one. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Who's calling?
This is Ambassador Muzwa from Mission.
Ambassador, how are you, sir?
I'm fine, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to commend your guest, this lady this morning.
Yes.
I've lived for the book by the home.
Yes.
One more of them. But at the same time, I want them not to I want to contest. No. Now, I have to hold them accountable.
Yes.
I have to put them on their toes. I have to come together to work a meeting. Forget the party right now, because to me, I'm not confident in any political party, but I have confidence in any individual. If independent candidates can be allowed, it will be better. Okay? But what I think that after the party after we lost contest, let us come together and do meeting. To visit the local government, how they spend the money. It was entitled to, it's on the constitution. We can go and ask them.
Yes.
The budget, how many budget are we to go? Please don't just sit back.
Okay.
I've lost. No.
Okay.
Let's do something. God bless you.
Wait, Ambassador, before you go, when is your anniversary coming up again? Isn't it this
November.
month?
3-1 celebration, November.
November, there's still time.
November. So that is my loss again as an activist.
Oh.
And 32 years in activism.
Yeah.
So I also launched a book.
Okay.
So that's not good, Jimmy.
Yes. But it's November. I want to get I want to get it right. It's in November, right?
November, yes. I
Ah,
celebrate my birthday on November 20,
We'll
and
be
I want
there.
to do it a day before the birthday.
We'll be there. We'll stay there till your birthday.
Yeah, a day for my birthday.
We'll stay there till
I'm a
your
hand call, Kuji. I'm a hand call.
Of course. Wait, just cool down.
God bless
Thank you very much,
Africa.
Ambassador.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can take that break now. We'll take another call. The break. So now we'll take the break and we'll be right back.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info, your mic is always on. Let's talk.
Information, the new currency.
Fact remains that the common man on the streets needs to have a better deal. And this president promised, this is not a better deal. No, this is not a better deal.
Get informed on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We talk. River State Police Command has paraded 21 suspected IPOB members accused of burning 3 police stations and killing 3 officers.
You talk.
The poor man steal money, they show him face for crime fighter. When rich man steal money, they no go see him face for crime fighter.
For what the government have made us to understand is that
Sweetie, you look so worried.
Honey, I am so confused. Oga landlord has given us just 1 week to pay the rent we are owing or pack out, and I have no cash on me. I tried selling my car, but buyers are not just turning up.
What? Sell your car? Why don't you just get a quick loan from Cash Drive Instant Loans?
Cash Drive Instant Loans? Yes, Cash Drive offers instant loans for car owners. With Cash Drive Instant Loans, you can get up to 20 million naira in 24 hours without a guarantor, using just your car as your collateral, and you can still drive it. Apply now on www.cashdrive.co. For more information, call us on 0122999954 or WhatsApp on 0802-857-2566 or 0817-555-6789. Cash Drive Instant Loans. We are on your side.
You don't wait for life. You go to meet life. It's not about how many chances you get. It's what you do with what you've got. Morning after morning, cup after cup. Start strong, finish strong with the stimulating aroma and rich, creamy taste of Nescafe 3-in-1. It all starts with a Nescafe.
who will rise from the ashes of postponement to claim their place among the greats? And will the greats rise again? Watch the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 on Supersport from the 23rd of July to the 8th of August. Watch them rise at all gold medal events on 8 dedicated channels. Get and stay connected to DSTV. Watch them rise on Supersport, your world of champions on DSTV.
Power oil for a healthy family.
You hungered for success, went for it, and rewrote your story. Now, that's bold. Ordinary just wasn't enough. You challenged it and achieved better. Now, that's bold. You're making giant strides, pushing the limits, and setting new records. That's definitely bold. Your achievements are absolutely valid, and as you attain the extraordinary, live up to it with the premium Techno Phantom X smartphone. With its sleek design, 3D borderless curved screen, and 50 megapixel ultra-night camera, the Phantom X is perfect for your life's extraordinary journeys.
Techno Phantom X. Be bold. Be extraordinary.
Bringing you the latest weekly happenings from pop culture, music, movies, celebrity drop-bys, all wrapped up in great conversation on The Buzz Info. with radio's fabulous Ugochi Adua and Pundit every Fridays from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Here, we are all champions. With 2 months Showmax Pro for the price of one, you can stream all of the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games and more. Witness history in the making and salute the power of the human spirit. Here, we honor every story in every event. Let's celebrate together with 2 months for the price of one. Stream the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 live from Supersport on Showmax Pro. Sign up to watch world-class sports, series, movies, and more at showmax.com today.
Home. There's something about it. From the feeling of peace and serenity.
Bros. Why so deep? Home is anywhere the Airtel home broadband is. That's all.
Enjoy more data than before on Airtel Home Broadband. Get a router for 25,000 naira with up to 160 gigabyte and a MiFi for 12,000 naira with up to 55 gigabyte. Reliable home broadband by
Airtel, the smartphone network.
My family loves the new Kellogg's cornflakes, the original. So this is how my mornings go now.
Give me my Kellogg's, my tasty Kellogg's cornflakes. I love my Kellogg's, my crunchy Kellogg's cornflakes. The original, nutritious.
Reintroducing Kellogg's cornflakes. For a great start to the day, go grab the new Kellogg's cornflakes now.
95.1 Wazobia FM, your Chukma station. Don't come with another one, no. Come Chop Food Festival 2021.
Wazobia FM Lagos, your Chukma station. They invite you come the annual Come Chop Food Festival for this year 2021.
Yes, so now only 100 people COVID-19 protocol go green make we allow inside the venue, but the rest go fit watch us online.
Many lucky people go win data on top we radio 95.1 Wazobia FM.
Inside the Come Chop Festival, we go do fans cooking competition,
celebrity fun cook-off,
games.
All of our fan them go get opportunities to jolly with the Wazobia FM OAP them. We go tanda gidigba, they wait now.
All COVID-19 protocols, na him we go observe. Date again na Saturday, 31st July 2021. Venue na Zova Lounge Lekki, opposite House on the Rock, and time na 10 a.m. Punkwell.
Come Chop, they supported by Ogas,
Buka Alt,
Blue Summit Healthcare Limited,
Lagos State Safety Commission, Power Oil, Mr. Ekpa,
and Zova Lounge.
Everybody is talking about Nigeria's power problem.
NEPA never give us lights for 3 days now.
When will this transformer be returned?
What we go do?
It's a value chain where the distribution uptake is not matching up with the available power.
But on 99.3 Nigeria Info, in partnership with Energy Investment Company, All On, we discuss the solutions and alternatives to your power challenges.
I wonder why people these days limit themselves when there is a wide range of alternatives to choose from.
Solar and battery can do exactly the same thing your generator does at a much lower cost.
So, every Monday from 11:30 a.m., join Collins, Teke, Wibaboa, and the All On team on Power Solutions as we highlight our collective energy problems, but more importantly, proper solutions to these issues. Power Solutions, every Monday from 11:30 a.m. to 12 noon, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
This is Daily Digest with Jimi Disu.
Yeah, you're welcome back. I'm sorry that I kept you on hold there, Terry. These bills have to be paid. You know, that's where well, we speak all the treasury at the end of the day. We are not paid in kind. We are paid cash. Right. Let's get down to it now. Election day. So what happened?
Election day, D-Day. So we went out. We had our structure. Within the ward, there are 18 polling units. You know, 6 of them are in Ikate, 3 in Ibokosu, and others in Lekki and Itedo. Uncle Jimmy, on that day, 6 of those polling units in Ikate were in the Oba's Palace, which means that nobody who was not a member of APC could access it. And
which Ikate? Which Oba is this now? The Oba. There's an Oba in Ikate, right?
There's an Oba in Ikate, yes.
Okay.
6 of those polling units were in his palace.
The palace gate was locked or what?
So the way that it worked was that all of them were located literally within the domicile around that palace and inside. So, and then the main gate into Ikate from Lekki was locked that day. They locked the gate. So you couldn't enter to cast your vote. In Igbokoshu, which is a little community towards Femi Okunu, our polling agents were not even allowed near the voting area because a band of thugs representing the ruling party hijacked the process and did not allow anybody that was not with them to come near there. So those were 9 polling units in total that we could not even have any sort of fair play in. And then the ones in Lekki, Uncle Jimmy, voting was supposed to end at 3 o'clock that day. Voting materials in several of those polling units didn't get there till 3:15, which means that voters who had arrived since 8 o'clock in the morning to vote were disenfranchised. They were cut out of the process and not allowed to vote, except some resilient ones who said, no way, we must wait till whenever it is and we will cast our vote. And then again, in several of those same Lekki polling units, the ballot papers that were brought were for Iru, Victoria Island. So I wonder, how is it that LASEC would bring ballot papers for Iru VI to Lekki, which means that voters who unknowingly, cast their thumbprint on those voting papers, eventually those votes were made void or transferred to candidates in Iru VI.
Who they didn't even know or vote for.
Who they didn't even know about. So these were all the irregularities. I mean, and the most appalling one is the fact that I know that with electoral reform and all that, many people have been clamoring for, even INEC, that there should be no polling units in churches, mosques, or palaces.
Yes.
But then we had six polling units, Uncle Jimmy, in an area where, you could not freely go into there to cast your vote.
Wait.
I'd
like to get a picture because not everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go to my blog. The video is there. It's quite visual. But what I saw was that it was in the Oba's Palace itself, in the large compound. Is that right?
Yes, Uncle Jimmy. That is how ridiculous it is.
Did you actually see this? Well, I saw the video, but that's not right.
Yes.
What was the excuse for that?
I don't know. You see, that's the autonomy that these people operate in. And, you will wonder whether there is a regulator of the elections. What was LASEC doing? It was almost as if LASEC was taking instructions from these people because there just seemed to be no regulation. They seemed to be absolutely in control of the whole process. I mean, I tell you, Uncle Jimmy, in Igbokosu, where we had 3 polling units, we were not allowed near the voting area.
When you say you were not allowed, who didn't allow you?
My polling agents.
Who stopped them? Sorry.
Thugs. They had thugs.
Oh, I see.
They basically seized control of the entire voting area and they had their thugs all around. My polling agents were even chased out at some point. They were not allowed to even go near that space at all.
I'm a bit concerned about the Oba's Palace issue because what you're saying by implication, if it is true, is that it was LASEC that set up polling units in the Oba's Palace. Is that conventional? Well, does that ever happen?
I know that they have. I'm familiar with the electoral reforms that are underway, which is that is not supposed to happen again. It has been happening in the past, where polling units are located in palaces and in churches and in mosques. But people have cried out against that to say this is not proper.
It's not.
That's not a free and fair. It's not a free and fair, location where you can go and not suffer any intimidation and all of that. But you see, this one, it was so blatant. There was just such impunity about it. I tell you, the gate leading into Ikate was locked. They locked it throughout that day. So you couldn't even freely access to cast your votes. Even, if you
when you say the gate, sorry, madam, when you said the gate leading to Ikate, maybe, I'm just thinking aloud, maybe the polling booths there were for those living within the gates, or would you expect people outside the gate to want to go and cast their votes there?
No,
Explain that to me.
Within my campaign, I met several people, in Lekki and in Itedo and all that, who told me that their polling units were in Ikate. So it is not, So people who are not in Ikate actually are supposed to be able to go and cast their votes. And this is not a community matter. It's an election. It should not. There should not. Nobody should be locked out of the process.
Did
you
you
know?
did you pass on your complaints to LISEC?
We have written to LASEC. They have received our letter. Our letter is currently on the desk of
with
the
the
chairperson,
video
Justice
evidence.
Phillips.
With the
Everything
video evidence.
we have presented to them, but we haven't gotten a response as yet. I don't know whether these things are just supposed to go under the table, And I'll be honest with you. Initially, when after the elections, I was disappointed, and I was just appalled by everything that happened. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm just done. I don't even want to engage with this system anymore. But somewhere down the line, I remembered all of my interactions with the communities. I remember the appalling state that I met a lot of those communities in. And I said to myself, if we don't do anything about this, nothing is going to change. The status quo is always going to remain. These people will just continue to ride us all as though we're not a part of Nigeria and it all belongs to them. And for me, I think it's a duty. We have a responsibility to ask these questions, to call LASEC to account and say, why was this the situation? Why are 6 polling units in the Oba's Palace? Why are we not able to go near the voting area to be able to monitor and do our civic duty?
By the way, just as an aside, something that just occurred to me. Did you meet the traditional rulers during your campaign?
I met several ballers, yes.
But did you meet this particular Oba,
as at the time of the election, when I was campaigning, they were having a festival in Ikate, which I went to. I went there in that community, and that's where I really campaigned around there. And many of them would even say, many people, the local people there were even saying to me, that they're very impressed with what I'm doing, but that unless Kabi AC says yes, I have no chance. That's what they were saying to me.
Really?
That unless Kabi AC says yes, I would never be able to come in. And I did try to even go and even just to fulfill all righteousness, just greet Kabi AC.
Visit him,
yes, but I think because
of
because of the festival and all that, it was quite a very busy time for them. And after a while, I just had to focus on my campaign.
Okay, so where do we go from here now? What next?
Well, I think electoral reforms is very important.
Yes.
Electoral reform is very, very important because, obviously they're very comfortable with the way things are. It favors them. And Uncle Jimmy, one question that I have, LASEC, these state independent, commissions. I mean, come on, what is the deal with them? Are they an appendage of the ruling parties? Are they controlled by the ruling parties? What is going on there? What is really going on there? I think we need to really ask those questions because I mean, what does that tell us? That if you're not affiliated with one section of people, then you cannot participate in the governance polity. Is that the way we want to run things? If we're fine with all this, if we're fine with the way things are, then no problem. Let's all just sit back and do nothing. But if we actually think that we want a difference, if we think that we want change, it almost seems like there is no government in my ward. Let me speak for my ward. Everywhere is so dirty. If you go down Lekki, you will see tons and tons of young people, no jobs, no school, nobody is engaging them. They are a security threat. Where is their government? What is their government doing?
Yeah.
In the course of our campaign, everybody was asking me, is there even a councillor? Who is our councillor? There are people who have lived in Lekki for 20 years and have never known who their councillor is. Nobody knows.
Okay, let's hear.
I got to find out that there is a councillor and he had done 3 terms. He had done 3 terms, but nobody knew who he was. So I mean, come on, who are we fooling?
Okay,
at the end of the day?
let's hear how people react to what you've just told us. I'll take the first caller. I hope it's a female. Let's see now. Hello,
Yeah.
Good morning.
Uncle Jimmy, good morning, sir.
Morning. Who's calling?
Honorable, good morning, ma. You won that election already.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Uncle Jimmy. The LASEC man was on this your radio station, was explaining everything they need to do. They've done their homework. How come those polling booths were fine in the Oba Palace?
Yes.
The head of LASEC is a retired judge, right?
Yes.
Why are we bringing ourselves so low? Because of this affordable politics. Like I said, I call you honorable, madam. Uncle Jimmy, we know what we know.
I mean, I'm
this
not with
also get
you.
wave. But the next
I'm
time
not.
the also get wave will come.
I'm
He will
making a
sweep every one of
public.
them.
I'm making a public declaration. You're on your own. I don't know what you know.
No. I'm telling you the truth.
I said I don't know. I don't know what you know now.
You know, Uncle Jimmy, you know what we know. Please stop landing. Stop giving them soft landing.
I'm not giving them soft landing.
Honorable, you've won already. Oh. The next also get wave. We'll sweep every one of them away. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's what I'm hearing disturbs my heart more so that I do know the head of LISEC personally, and she's Honorable Justice. She's retired. I might have to bring her. I might have to bring her to come and react to this. I might have to call her to come and react to these things, because we can't continue like this. We can't. No, we can't. We can't in 2021 not be able to conduct an election in a peaceful manner to show the world that we've matured and we're reasonable people. This story is not. And to be honest with you, apart from your video and whatever, it happens all the time. Yes. And I'm glad that you are not ready to do what you call fire for fire, where you bring your own thugs and everybody start fighting and so on and so forth. No, and I'm glad.
We're not in the jungle.
You're a very decent person. You're a very decent person. And the more of people like you we have, I'm just saying it from my heart. The more of people like you that we have, decent people that have, we can't continue this thuggery and we can't. I mean, what is it all about? The will of the people, simple.
Well, Uncle Jimmy, I would also like to know why LASEC brought Iru VI ballot papers to Lekki.
Well, that could be explained.
What was going on there?
That could be explained as an error, really. It could be a mix-up. I can probably say that, I might say that it was a mix-up. I don't know what advantage maybe it was to disenfranchise maybe the Iru people or the other people. Because at the end of the day, I'm sure the votes from any of those both areas would have been null and void because it was cast in the wrong place. But it's a mess. It's not pleasing to the ears. Yes, I had a caller. Hello, good morning. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir. How are you?
My name is Ola, calling from Lekki.
Calling from Lekki, yes. Ola, go on.
Yes, I'm not a politician. Sorry, sir. I'm not a politician. But the very first day that I saw that campaign, YP Party, from Femi Okuno to Lekki Phase 1, in fact, I'm so happy because it's a youth coming out for that councillorship. So that day, on that very election day, I wished to vote, and I wanted to vote, but I work in Lekki. I live in Awuyaya. I wanted to vote in Lekki that day. So when I got to my polling booth there, I waited from morning. I was there from 7 a.m. Before they brought in the material to vote was around 2:49 or something. And before that, people around there that know me, that said, Ola, you are voting. This your party is not going to win. I said, no, this one is going to win. If there is no rigging or there is no ojoro or something, that this party is going to win, that I'm going to witness this voting from that morning till it got end. So I was just, when I was still waiting for them to bring the material, I'm still walking around, maybe to know whether...
Okay, so...
whether it's same thing.
All right,
so
please...
that very day, some kind of thoughts even came to me and be asking me that why will I be voting for these people, why will I be voting for these kind of people, that me and this and that,
Okay, I understand that. Thank you. Please, you have just a minute when you do call in. But I understand where you are going. What is sad about all this is the thugs that I feel sorry for the most. Because you're frittering your life away. You do these things. I'm not saying in your particular case, generally, thugs that are used for electoral malpractices. You do these things, you vote these people in, they don't find any good use for you. You don't get jobs. You don't get anything. At very most, they give you a portion where you can start harassing motorcycles and so on and so forth. Maybe you're an 18, 20-year-old thug. At 50, what if you want to now start working? What would you say your experience has been? What would you say your experience has been? No skills, nothing. It's the thugs that I want, those who they use as thugs. I'm sure by now you should have learned a lesson. That children, their own children are getting first-class degrees in America, in the UK, wherever. They give you a little stipend and a little jerugbe to smoke, to go out and harass people. And you ruin your life because of those little things. You will forever be there, because sometimes when you see these area boys, amongst them, I've seen some of them who are my age. When you talk about area boys, I've seen them on the Cope Bridge or whatever. You've seen in their 60s. There was one that was trying to stand, to force his way on an oil tanker. He almost fell off. I told him, I said, you see your life there now. And he thought to go. I said, don't think, I'm not an Ajabota, I'm a street boy. I'll face you one-on-one. He understood my lingo. He moved back and moved back. I made fun of him that day. Stop these things. The people you do these things for, their children have a better life. What have you gained? Nothing. It's these young people that I use as thugs. I hope that by now most of them are running all over CMS, running after one downfall or the other. How long are you going to do that for? These people you do this for now, they've moved to the upper part of town. Some of them live in Lekki, some of them live in Ikoyi. You're still sleeping under the bus in CMS. Don't you guys have brains? Okay, we don't have much time. We have just about 3 minutes. Politically, what's your next move? Because I want to keep an eye on you.
Uncle Jimmy, for me, I am compelled. What keeps me going is the people in that constituency and all around Nigeria. The people are forgotten.
So what's your next move?
People are neglected.
So what's your next
move? I will
move?
continue to serve. I will continue to create. I will go out there. We will go and seek funding, seek support
the youth party. I'm sorry, I'm under pressure for time. I need to grab all I can from you. The youth party, are they going to contest elections in 2023?
Absolutely, we will. Yes, we will.
Do you have a candidate for Lagos State?
We would release in due time. We would make.
Do you have somebody in the horizon? Could it be you?
We will make that public in due time.
Answer the question. I didn't say you make it. I said, could it be you? Okay, are you going to run?
We will make it public in due time.
Okay, we'll make that public. But are you going to run? You will not escape this question.
I don't see any reason why not. Because you see...
now you are talking.
You know why. You know why, Uncle Jimmy. This is a matter of public interest. It's a matter of public necessity. We need to keep going out there. We need to keep on, because nobody else would do these things for these people. What is it that I wanted to do by running? I wanted to improve the quality of life of my constituents. Nobody else is interested in doing that.
But you do have a job though. You're not a professional politician.
No, I'm not. I'm not a career politician.
Okay.
I'm not. I have a job. I have a business that I run. I'm very all right.
You have your own caucus. You have to speak street lingo so they'll understand you very well.
No, they understand. They understood me. There was no barrier.
Okay, I got to go. I got to go. Time is all on my side. I wish you all the best. I'm going to keep my eyes on you. I'm going to keep my eyes on the youth party. I keep telling the Nigerians, the road to salvation is not going to be an event. It's going to be a marathon, and the race starts from now. And I'm glad that young people are coming up. I encourage you to continue with what you're doing in the youth party. If you show more resolve, I can assure you, you'll get a lot of support from those of us who are youth-minded. When we say youth-minded, what we just simply mean is that we feel for the youth. I feel for you guys. We feel for the youth. So many landmines have been laid out. The least being the debt crisis you're going to face in about 10 years. When you get to that bridge, by that time, in 10 years' time, I'll be ready. No, I don't want to go just yet. Philip, if you're laughing out there, you're in trouble.
No, Uncle
okay,
Jimmy,
I got to go. I got to go. The techers will come in here any minute from now. Well, that's it. You've heard her. She stated her case. She ran for local government elections. I want to get her proper and formal name. So I don't have a proper and formal name. Where did I put
Tari
this?
Taylor. Yes.
Tari Taylor.
Tari
That's
Taylor.
right. Tari Taylor.
Yes.
Taylor is Lagosian.
Opobo. But we have,
you're from
we have
Opobo?
strong Lagos roots.
Ah, I have lots of friends.
My husband is Opobo.
He's Opobo. I was introduced him to the Jajas. The grand.
He is from the house of Jaja. He is from the house of Jaja.
Is he related to Horace Jaja?
He's from the house
And
of
Rachel
Jaja.
and,
Our family house is in the palace in Opobo.
Really? This is a triple barrel this is challenge for me. Horace will be chuckling where he is. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you.
All right. So
Thank
that's
you,
where
sir.
we'll end it for today. We'll be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow, Shola Adeniyi, who says it's Anthony Tony, but when he was named Shola, I was there. He's going to be here tomorrow, and he's going to give us the results of the investigation that he done into the security guard saga, where security guards are paid peanuts, grab this, and so on and so forth. I'd like to thank everybody for here. Could you please let them hear your voice? Announce your name.
Yes,
this
my name is
seeing
Nata.
on YouTube, Nata. Is it Nata or Meta?
Nata. Neta.
Okay.
Yes.
She's Nata, but she's a sister of mine. But yeah.
Ofuresa.
Next time you're coming here, you must come with Emma
I will.
and Ogbono soup.
Sure.
All right. I'll see you all tomorrow at 9. Bye.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.